Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Omniscient Reader, chapters 251, maybe 252, 253, I don't know if I'll do 2 or 3. We're getting pretty close to caught up. After this video will be in May chapters, and it just became August, so we're only a couple months behind. We're pretty close to catching back up, and then, you'll have week-to-week videos for the most part. Like, maybe I'll take a week off occasionally and just do 2 the next week, but generally I'll probably just do a video every week on whatever chapter came out that week. So, I'll be in the same boat as you are if you're also webtoon onlys. So yeah, either way, we left it a crazy cliffhanger last time. This I'm recording a few days early before I believe it will get posted, just because I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for Tower of God Yurik Mazano to come out, and since I've got to wait anyway, might as well record ORV. And yeah, we ended on a crazy cliffhanger, but because of that, I don't know how long I'm going to go with this, between 2 or 3 chapters. I guess it depends. Is 2 chapters going to be really short? We're kind of in a bunch of action-y stuff, but I am rambling, so either way, let's start reading through and talking as we do. Did you happen to get a strange message recently? Okay, we are recapping the cliffhanger we ended on. I'm not sure about the details, but it was something about losing hair. And we have the rumbling in the sky. That's right. It was them, and he blames the zodiac constellations. Constellation Nuvari Snake Boss looks at you in astonishment. Constellation Nail-Eating Rat bites his nails at the unexpected situation. Also, I'm going to be so for real with you. When this entire time that I've been reading, like up to last week, like at the end of last week is when it kind of finally hit me, and I was like, wow, that's a little disappointing. This entire time I was thinking nail-eating rat, like rat eating like actual metal nails. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, a cool sounding name. And then I realized when we got this box, oh, they mean like the rat is chewing its own nails. That's, a lot less cool. It didn't really hit me until we saw that last time I read. So I'm kind of like, oh, yeah. But either way, we have a swooshing noise with the hair that was in his pocket. The great sage's hair, he thinks. He reaches out to grab it. To think just one strand of hair contains this much energy. Thank you. I'll make good use of this. Evidence of him losing hair? Question mark. Oh, sword, forged to cut down a sleeping titan. He's whispering it. And then we see in the dark. The eyes come on. Is this going to be the soldier he had made? The beings of the underworld were alerted to your presence. Okay, so this may not be good in the sense that he's drawing their attention. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't notice this. I just have to hope Persephone and Hades look kindly on me. Now, descend upon this ground. And he's using it to call forth the mechanized soldier so that he can have his mech battle. We have live Siswit's reaction. No way. That's Titan soldier Pluto has answered your call. Of course, Pluto being the Roman name for Hades, or Plutus rather, but it's where we get the planet Pluto from. And we see its design is pretty cool. God of the Underworld's secret weapon, Titan Soldier, Pluto. But that thing is... But how? I heard it wasn't finished yet. A minority of constellations are shocked by the anomaly in the scenario. The neighboring demon kings are surprised by the formidable storm of probability. And we see it's, even with the use of the hair, it's coming back on Dokja. Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, shoulders the weight of your probability with you. Your incarnation has reached its limit. Yeah, even with Wukong's help. It's a catastrophe. Huh? Where am I? Does it have its own personality? If so, that's crazy. That's nuts. Okay, it's Kim Na-moon piloting the mech. Okay, very cool. I love bringing Kim Na-moon into the story more. Okay. You're... Subway Grasshopper? That's right. Looks like he really used his soul as the final ingredient. Your incarnation has reached its limit. Okay, so Na-moon is Pluto now. And it laughs at him. What the heck? Did you really use those activation words? Got it. I'll make sure the activation word, or I'll make those the activation words, so be sure to remember them. If you call me correctly, I might just help you out. I guess you really went inside it yourself, huh? Of course. This thing feels fantastic. All Titan soldiers require a soul to run the main system, and Na-moon used his own soul as the Titan soldier software. Alright, as a special favor, I'll show you a great view, so get on, mister. Sorry, but I don't have the strength for that right now. Huh? Why are you in that state? He's coughing up blood still, and it's pouring from his eyes. Don't ya? You do this a little bit too often. You do this a bit much. He points toward the plant. End him. The eyes light up. This is such a cool, fun scene. Impossible. How? How's there a real Titan soldier here? And he goes to swing again with the wide arc, same as before. But Na-moon, Pluto, steps in and looks like, is potentially punching straight through the center. Big horizontal action shot, and we see the attack going straight through and causing damage behind the area. The plant just looks like it's absolutely crumbling. What's with this pathetic toy? You really called me here to destroy this measly thing? This is ridiculous. So we're getting an idea of just how strong Pluto is. Time remaining for summoning 25 seconds. Pisses me off. Then 20 seconds. We have a bunch of banging, so he's just pummeling it. Screeching as he rips it open at the jaw. 15 seconds. And it is just completely destroyed. The bits are thrown to the side. 10 seconds. Then 5 seconds. That's all, right? Now what do I do? 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Hey, mister, how about we go toe-to-toe, right? And then 2 seconds. Darn. See you. 1 second. In the underworld, he gets unsummoned. And we have... I love when Omniscient Reader does this. It's also toward the end of the chapter, which is cool when it happens here and there, too. But when we have the, when we have the title splash over the stuff that's going on, over an environmental shot, it looks so good. It's just so good looking. And especially, these long panel environmental shots are so good looking usually in ORV2. Man, that was a good chapter. That chapter really crushed it. And I wonder now if we're going to get a new title. And it says something beyond the Real Revolutionary. The something paywall? I wonder, is that... I would have to assume it's supposed to be like that, right? They didn't just mistakenly take their template. Oh no, because it says episode something else behind it. Did they accidentally take the template that they have from episode 1 or whatever, and it's in black, and then they typed over the template with the current chapter stuff? And then they put the current chapter stuff in, but they forgot to remove... Because, yeah, it looks like it says maybe a part 4 or part 1 down there below part 7. So, yeah, I think... At first I thought it was something really cool that they were doing on purpose. But now I think they may have just accidentally left in the template. Because, for example, for all of my thumbnails and stuff for ORV, I have an ORV thumbnail template that I just change the chapter number on and add in images from that chapter. So much in the same way, they must have some sort of system where instead of just changing the chapter number, they just go over top of it and they forgot to remove the layer with the old one. Again, if I wasn't looking at how gorgeous this panel was, I might have never even noticed. Okay, either way then, let's go read chapter 252. 252, we get a quick recap. Then from there, we see it without the title splash. We get Dokja landing. Bastard. I won't be going back there, you moron, he thinks. The summoning of Titan Soldier Pluto has ended. He's walking through all the destruction. Probably, yeah, I was going to say probably trying to go to Siswitz himself. He's pretty messed up. How did you... I heard about you from the Wenny Men. I love that name still. Unlucky constellation. Even if you kill me, you won't survive this. Because you're... And he just stabs him. Alright. You have killed Demon Duke Siswitz. Rip. You have obtained 200,000 coins. And he stumbles. You've killed the industrial complex's dictator. He falls from the cockpit, I guess it would be. Eileen rushes over. Starts looking at him, but he is fallen apart. What happened to the Duke? He's dead. You have killed the industrial complex's dictator. You are not the revolutionary. You are not on a normal scenario route. You will not succeed the title of dictator. The right to succession will pass to the most famous being in the current scenario. You're in a hidden scenario. Is it going to be Junkyuk? No way, right? You're in a hidden scenario. Kill the real revolutionary to enter the main scenario. I guess. Killing the Duke wasn't enough to get me into the scenario. The right to succession for the industrial complex might have gone to Junghyuk. How am I? You're fine, I'll fix you. Or maybe Junghyuk spread around Dokja's name enough that it will go to Dokja, and that's how Junghyuk will come in clutch here. Because I think there was a hint at that before, wasn't there? How much time do I have left? Tell me. 10 minutes. No, 5 minutes. You said you were looking for the revolutionary, right? Why? Because I have to kill them to get into the main scenario. I see. You can live, because the revolutionary must have been out in that crowd somewhere, and he's not going to let her say it, even though they wanted to hide, and probably wanted to run away. But I'm sure they came out and fought hard. Don't cry. I won't die. Kim Dokja thought to himself, if I were to kill the revolutionary now, the story I've created up until now would lose its meaning. Even if I can't become the revolutionary, I'm sure there's something I can do. There's always been a way before. Eileen, do you remember that favor I asked you for? The thing I asked you to make? Then he has a steampunk iPhone. The steampunk smartphone. You've obtained a new device, syncing. Dokja thought, I'm the reader, so the answers are all here. There has to be some method mentioned in TWSA. Things are going blurry as he tries to bring it up. Darn, my vision's too blurry. For the first time, Dokja wondered if this was the end. Darn it. And now, cleared hidden scenario, fake revolutionary. He jolts awake. You've become the revolutionary. Congratulations, you've officially entered a main scenario. The exile penalty is ended. Your incarnation will start automatically restoring itself. So now, all of this stuff that we've had to worry about with Dokja, he's good. Your stories that were collapsing are recovering. What's going on? Eileen is safe. Hyung and Mark are here too. Nobody died. So how's this possible? The name Kim Dokja is resounding throughout the 73rd Demon Realm. All the demons in the Gilbot Industrial Complex are frightened at the mention of your name. If that is what Jungkook was able to do, that is so huge, having Jungkook be the one to come in and save Dokja like this here. That is so huge for his character. And for the overall story with what Dokja's done for Jungkook, and now Jungkook finally reciprocating that here in this way. Like, they already had a good relationship, they already had good moments, but this is really good. The citizens of Gilbot Industrial Complex join in your revolution. And we have everyone cheering him on. Could it be? There's no way. Or no, there's no way. So he basically did somewhat of the same thing, but over at Gilbot, but telling everyone he was Kim Dokja in order to make his name famous. Then we have the title splash all the way down here once again, Real Revolutionary Part 8. A crowd celebrating Kim Dokja as a hero has formed in the Gilbot Industrial Complex. The Gilbot Industrial Complex, but this is Siswitz. Could it be? No, there's no way. Someone has killed the dictator of the Gilbot Industrial Complex. You are currently the most famous being in the Gilbot Industrial Complex. Scenario probability has made you the owner of the Gilbot Industrial Complex. Haha, he's here. What are you talking about? The real Yu Jung-kyuk is here. And he plops down. Man, that's so good. I love these panels. That was another killer chapter. But Kim Dokja probably should have checked that phone first. There was something in the story then, probably? He looks surprised. Springs back up. And taps on the story. We have firstedit.txt. So has the story itself changed to something that he didn't read? Or is this an older version and not the version that he was used to? Okay. So we have hidden scenario, fake revolutionary, just going back through this. Okay. Alright. Well, this was kind of short, I think. Both of those chapters were absolutely incredible, though. Both of them were killer. So I am going to do one more, just because, again, it's not like I'm not just waiting for Tower of God anyway, so let's just go to 253. 253 starts with the phone, like we saw last time. And now we have the title splash at the beginning here. We have Asmodeus Part 1. Okay, very cool, Chapter 42. So we get to start the next one, get a little bit of a taste of what's coming next. And we see a gurney rolling toward him. They pick him up and take him off. Okay, very neat. You currently have the right of succession to the Gilbot Industrial Complex. How did Kim Dokja become the revolutionary and end up with the right of succession to the Gilbot Industrial Complex? Because Kim Dokja killed the dictator of the Gilbot Industrial Complex. Someone impersonated me and became famous there, then finally killed the dictator. Starstream is fixing the scenario error. There will be a new story involving you. And there aren't many people who could manage something so wild. Kim Dokja thought to himself. Yu Jung-kyuk is currently in the Gilbot Industrial Complex. At first, I was simply bursting with gratitude. Wow, Jung-kyuk's finally become a decent human being. To think he'd attack that industrial complex to save me. And then he pauses for a minute. Wait, Yu Jung-kyuk attacked the Gilbot Industrial Complex to save me? There's no way. He's not a constellation. And how would someone who can't join a channel know I was in a crisis? Which means he realized I was pretending to be him, and he came to the demon realm to torture me, and he starts shaking. I'm treating you right now, so don't shake. This is nothing short of a miracle. You're gradually recovering. The damage to your stories is quite severe, so moving too much would be dangerous. But if you rest for a while, you should be fine. Even the feeling of breathing feels different now that I'm back in a main scenario. This is the power of stories. Ugh, I told you not to move so recklessly. The structure of your stories is incomplete. Maybe I should check the messages I missed. Some constellations are asking around about you. The majority of the constellations in the channel marvel at your exploits. I summoned a story weapon, so things are going to get extremely complicated. You receive 3,000 coins. Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, nods his approval of your confidence. You received 4,000 coins. Wow, I haven't gotten coins in so long. It's making me all emotional. The 20th main scenario has ended. Main scenario Demon Realm Revolution was cleared. Your reward will be delayed due to excessive skipping of the main scenario, pending delivery of your story from clearing the main scenario. There are a few bumps, but the scenario messages are back now. Some constellations are curious about your identity. A few constellations want to invite you to their nebula. Someone has their eye on your story weapon. Huh, seems like that guy didn't come yet. Constellation Father of the Rich Knight looks at you, and there he is. Darn it. Sorry I borrowed your weapon. Constellation Father of the Rich Knight looks at you. Personal skill, the fourth wall is strongly activated. The fourth wall giggles. I never thought I'd find this annoying guy so reliable. Thanks to him I can endure Hades' gaze. I told you not to stare at that for so long. My mom always said that too. You need rest, without any disturbance. Looking at this is restful for me. How is the Siswitz Industrial Complex wait, should it be called the Yujin-Kyuk Industrial Complex now? It's fine. You're not really Yujin-Kyuk, are you? No, I'm not. But this industrial complex now belongs to Jun-Kyuk. The current owner of the industrial complex is Duke Yujin-Kyuk. Oh, don't worry. That distinguished Duke will arrive before long. What kind of demon is he? He's not a demon, although sometimes he seems like one. And the Yujin-Kyuk of this world is a good guy. We see him interacting with the people instead of just outright murdering them. More importantly, could you ask Hayoung and Myung-go to come here? I have something to discuss with them. I like this too, because he always saw that potential in Yujin-Kyuk. Like he said, I wish I could have shown this revolution to the 111th round Yujin-Kyuk, because if he knew there was another way, a good way of doing things, he might not have ended up how we did before. How we see him ending up here. Because again, trying and dying well over 100 times will turn somebody into, a cold, jaded person who's just trying to do whatever it takes to achieve the right outcome. But with a better path forward, Jun-Kyuk ends up a better person. Okay. I've gotten through one crisis okay. Then again, the revolutionary scenario may have ended, but the scenario to come will be incomparably greater in scale than the revolutionary scenario. A few demon kings show interest in your achievements, Mouthless Panel. I need to calmly start to prepare. So slow. Again. He has the Cogphone 8. I wonder what first edit means, and why did the author give this to me? Dang, how did I read all of this? Why is the dialogue so unnatural, even after the edit? There don't seem to be any major changes. Is this really an edited version? Yujin-Kyuk thought to himself, that guy wouldn't have ever thought this way. And he's shocked. Wait a minute. Was this in the original? So he's now changing the story itself? He probably would have come to a different conclusion. It feels like I'm missing something. The first scene is still the same? Or the first scene is the same. But it's difficult now, because if he's changing the story, then the story is becoming even more infinitely less useful. Then, the start of the fourth round. He doesn't exist in this round, Jun-Kyuk thought. So this is a future if Dokja dies and Jun-Kyuk goes to a fourth round without him, maybe? This was the start of Yujin-Kyuk's fourth life. He doesn't exist in this round, Jun-Kyuk thought. He's surprised. It's not the third round. 3 ways to survive the apocalypse. First edit, that was the start of Yujin-Kyuk's fourth life. He doesn't exist in this round, Jun-Kyuk thought. And then, or are we supposed to think, did Dokja actually die there? And now Jun-Kyuk is without him? And he's in a different life? Or the timeline split or something? Could it be? No, there's no way. Jungkook has plenty of people that he might be referring to. He made plenty of new friends in his last round. It couldn't be me. Yoo Jungkook thought to himself. He told me not to think things would be better just because I've got another round, and that I should just think of each life as its own thing. I should keep in mind that I shouldn't give up, even if I don't know if I can do it. Drat, this is definitely what I said to him. The novel has never included the name Kim Dokja, but that has to be what I said to him at some point. I can't take this anymore, geez. Or was he always in the novel, indirectly, but he never noticed until now? I mean, I think it's probably not that. I think it's probably just that things are starting to get rewritten because of his influence. And this is just a potential fourth round without Dokja there. If Yoo Jungkook were to go to a fourth round now, this is how it would end up. Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, wonders what you're saying to yourself. Kim Dokja thought to himself, there are a few things I know for certain about the current situation. Okay, tell me what you think, you prick of a fourth wall. First, I got the first edit of TWSA. Second, the edited version starts with Jungkook's fourth round. Third, Jungkook in his fourth round seems to remember the person Kim Dokja, which means Yoo Jungkook failed his third round. He probably failed his third round because of my meddling, so the round after that failure was written anew in the edited TWSA. But why don't I exist in Jungkook's fourth round? If the first edit narrates what's to come, whatever I do now might bring about a second edit. It's possible that the first edit is the finalized future, but then why would the author bother sending it to me? Okay, so this is the story rewritten, starting from now, taking in Dokja's actions into play, because the first version of the story, the original version of the story, would have been so different from what's going on now. It's been completely redone, and now Dokja still has his massive advantage again, because this is the future with the changes he's made, and he can read this now. He can just speed read through it, I guess. Okay, and whatever happens next, he could potentially get a second edit. This must mean that the author's giving me a chance with this edit. Okay, so that means, again, the author isn't gone. The author is still around in order to give him this. I wonder, though, can he still access the original, or is it just so different at this point that it's not helpful compared to the new edit? Okay, really cool stuff. Very intricate cliffhanger when it comes to the weird world of the story here at the end. But yeah, I thought that 251 and 252 were extremely good chapters. 253 is just another one of those like big, thought-provoking, what's real, what isn't kind of chapters, but I enjoyed it a lot. I thought they were all very good, and I can't wait to read more next time. So either way, thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters and my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more ORV, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel by sharing around or dropping a super thanks, it's extremely appreciated. If you want to become a patron or member to help support the channel and also get your name at the end of videos and One Piece videos a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to members and patrons. I mentioned it in the last video I recorded. I am so sorry. I forgot to update this once again. It's been over a week. I'm sorry. I really need to do it. I'm so sorry. But thank you to chosen regulars Evan, Holly, and Bertie Booster, Magical Girls, Evernono, J.A., and the D-Man, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG, and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ariel, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.